Hi there, the Zealot here. Today, we're going to be recapping The Walking Dead Season 2 premiere titled, What Lies Ahead. The episode that set the tone for the entire season, and was there to serve as a plot device in order to see how far the story itself could be stretched. The episode starts off with Rick monologuing to Morgan over the walkie-talkie. He tells him that the CDC was a dead end, and that they are heading towards Fort Benning. He also warns him not to go into the city as it belonged to the dead now. Rick signs off and then head towards presumably his group. We then cut to the whole group in their vehicles heading out of the city. While driving, Rick and Lori reminisce about their family trip to the Grand Canyon, which Carl doesn't remember about. They then find themselves on a blocked road. And then their RV breaks down. The group then decides to start scavenging the cars. Shane finds water. After Dale and Rick spot a herd of walkers coming their way, Rick rushes towards his family and the rest of the group, telling them to hide under the cars. They follow his plan and wait for the herd to pass through. T-Dog manages to cut his arm in a window while hiding from a walker. Meanwhile, Andrea gets trapped in the RV with a walker. She hides in the bathroom, then Dale passes her a screwdriver to protect herself. We cut to Daryl saving T-Dog from that walker, and Andrea kills the walker she's trapped with in a very dramatic way. After some time, when it seems to be safe, Sophia tries getting out from under the Caronly to be surprised by a walker. She runs off scared for her life, and Rick goes after her. Rick is looking for Sophia in the woods. He finds her, then he tells her to hide in the bushes and let him take care of the walkers. Rick lures them away from her and then kills them off further away from the road. The group then starts looking for Sophia after she runs away from the bush. Daryl starts looking for her tracks, but to no avail. Back on the road, there's some tension between Shane and Lori, with her talking about his breakdown at the CDC and how he acted while he was drunk. Rick and Daryl spot a walker in the distance, and they try to attract his attention in order to kill him. He yells and gets an arrow through the head. They then start cutting him open to see if he ate Sophia. They search his insides and open his gut bag, only to find out he had a woodchuck for lunch. Back on the road, Carol is worried sick about Sophia, and there's also this dispute between Dale and Andrea about her wanting to keep her gun. Rick then comes back without Sophia, to Carol's disappointment. She sees that they are both covered in muck and blood, and thinks that they found Sophia D's, only to find out that wasn't what happened. The next morning, the whole group except Dale and T-Dog spread out in order to find Sophia. They then happen towards a tent, to which Daryl enters. One finds a man who took his own life. He then leaves, but not before taking his gun from him. The group then starts hearing a church bell chiming in the distance, thinking it's Sophia trying to signal them. They follow the sound to a church and start sprinting towards it. They find it being inhabited by walkers. They kill them in what seems to be classic Walking Dead nature. They hear the bells again, and then come to the realization that it's on an automatic timer. Lori and Shane start arguing because he wants to leave the group, only adding to the tension that has already happened in this season. Carol then starts praying for her daughter to be safe, and starts thinking that she deserves this torture because she prayed for her husband Ed to go away. The group then splits up, but not before Rick goes in to ask for some advice. He starts asking if there could be a sign for him to know if he's taking the right decision. In the woods, they find a deer and lets Carl pet him. He starts heading towards the deer, and out of nowhere, he gets shot in the stomach and falls down unconscious. The episode ends with Rick rushing towards Carl's aid and Shane waving his weapon around the way the shooter is. This episode, although slow pace, it was phenomenal back when it released, and even to this day. Just the drama, the tension, the sorrow. It's something that Tude is missing nowadays. Based on my opinion, I'm going to give this episode a 9.6 Walker heads out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Please tell me which episode would you like me to cover next. You've been watching The Zealot. See you next time.